Pick the most valuable.
Let's start with dishes. Everybody's got plates, everybody's got dishes. There's a difference between, of course, a dish and a plate, and people are surprised by this. Hi, Kathy. Hi. Thanks for coming, thanks for your patience. How did you acquire this piece? You've been collecting this particular piece, this particular pattern for the last 40 years. Hand-decorated American oven-proof. So from the 1950s, 60s, right? It's nice. How many pieces do you think you have? You have service for 12? Could you invite everybody over for Thanksgiving? Okay, so you've done that. Do you have bread plates? Do you have salad plates? Do you have bowls? Do you have cups and saucers? Do you have a teacup? So you have teacups. Do you have coffee cups and teacups? Okay, so coffee cups are bigger, teacups are smaller. 4 different sizes of cups with handles. Do you have bouillons, which are 2 handles on each side of a cup? So you can have soup? You wouldn't, because this set is too young for that. That was a trick question, Kathy. Do you have a salt and pepper shaker? Several salt and pepper shakers, because salt and pepper shakers, this is young enough to have salt and pepper shakers. They don't have those in old sets. That's for all the rest of you. That's what all this other information is for. Okay, so you're saying you have service for 12 plus accessory pieces. You have platters, you have covered casseroles, you've got all kinds of stuff. Coffee pot, teapot, creamer, sugar. You got them all. Okay, and they all have the same mark. The same mark. So the American-made mark here. Okay, if the marks are different in color, in shape, in size, in type, even if they're by the same company, that means they're made at different times. You got to tell me you haven't paid much attention to it, but what? Hold that up here. Look at the color of the mark as well. But for what you're saying, I'm going to say a service for 12 of the whole set. You're looking at about $600 for the whole set, service for 12 plus accessory pieces. Now, if you have multiple 12 service sets, which it sounds like you might, and you might have a lot of room in the cabinets, right, to have all these sets, then it's going to be worth more. Thanks for bringing it in. That particular piece is much different from this particular piece. This piece belongs to Frank. Hi, Frank. How are you? We're going to get you a microphone. Just lost my hairband. So this has a sticker on the back that says it was from a particular aunt. I know you like all these stickers. Be careful with these stickers. The adhesive can actually damage the piece. This is porcelain. This particular piece is made in Limoges, France. Bright white porcelain, very high quality clay, very high quality ceramic. This piece is painted, glazed, signed, glazed, and this portion is actually painted on gilded gold leaf, okay? These are very desirable. So you acquired it from your aunt? Acquired it from your cousin? Oh, your mother, I'm sorry. Okay. This piece dates to about 1900, anywhere between 1900 and 1910, which would put her at about 20 when it was actually hand painted. Value on the piece, about $75 for this one plate.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. This is called a donut mold. See, it looks like a donut? Yeah. See the mold? This is porcelain. This piece comes into the United States from Germany. This particular piece dates sometime between, I'd say, 1910 and 1920, which falls into what you're saying about your mother. I find it a little hard to believe anybody can remember anything from when they were 5, but, you know, people do. This particular piece is hand painted by a studio artist, probably. So somebody who works in a studio decorating plates, okay? It's different from Margot's plate, which is produced also in a studio, but this particular plate is in fact a piece of Wedgwood, also decorated by a studio artist, does not have what's called the donut mold. This particular piece, nice example, gold here with a classical revival pattern, different colors as we go through. So different glaze color into the kiln, different glaze color out of the kiln. Yours, in the kiln, painted, not in the kiln again. Okay, this goes through the kiln more times. If you look at the back, Margot's, which is here, right, in my left hand, Margot's is higher quality than yours because it has to go through the kiln more times. The Wedgwood piece, Margot, how many pieces of the Wedgwood do you have? 6 pieces of this same plate. Each one is worth $40 per plate times 6, which is $240. Call it $250 for the group of 6. Your piece is worth $75, which again dates to the early 20th century, German. English, individual plate, this particular individual plate about 40, yours about 75 for one, hand painted. There's the difference. A nice compare and contrast. All right, kids. Dayton, Ohio. How did you acquire this piece? This piece belongs to Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Speak up for me, sweetheart.
It was my mom's dishes.
Your mom's dishes, so you brought me this saucer,
Yes.
right? You brought me this saucer.
Like a whole set.
You have a whole set. Do you have service for 12?
Yes.
Service for
Bowls,
the bowls.
the big bowls.
Sugar and creamer.
Yes, sugar and cream.
Sugar and creamer.
Server plate.
Serving plate like a platter for if you're having, I don't know, turkey or ham or roast beef.
Yes.
Right, okay. Do you have one of those platters?
Yes.
Just one?
Just one.
Not 3, you don't have a little big, like, you know, the 3 bears, little, big, and medium, small, okay. All right, and then you've got this, and it says here, Mito China. Right? All these have the same mark, the same colored mark, the same, that means that the set was brought together, as opposed to you try to add to the pattern over time. If this back mark is different, that means that you are trying to add to an existing set over time. So the patterns typically stay the same. So this one says, of course, made in Japan, it says Mito China, and it's hand painted. So that means that on the other side it's hand painted. This particular piece is a ceramic. Right? It's a ceramic and it's been glazed, okay? So you have the hand painting elements here, you have 22 karat gold banding all the way around, and you have service for 12. 12 dinner plates, 12 salad plates, 12 bowls, 12 bread plates, right? Probably have more than 100 pieces in boxes or in your china cabinet. Do you keep it out? Do you use it?
No, I do not.
You do not use it. You just can't even. Mom didn't use it, you don't use it, nobody uses it. Who would be happy if we just ate Thanksgiving on paper plates? Me, because you know what, it's a lot of work, all this scrubbing and this, and you can't put it in the microwave, and you can't put it in the dishwasher, and you can't put it with leftovers in the refrigerator either. I can't? No, you can't, because the things will actually deteriorate. Value on your set, $500 for all of it. Okay? Oh, so you want to sell it, right? You don't use it, it's been around forever, and I don't know if I want to sell it. You don't have to sell it because I don't buy anything, so I don't care what she does with her stuff, it's her stuff. But if you wanted to sell it, you want to think about what I just gave you, which is a retail value. I give you a retail value, top of the market of what people are paying for pieces like that now. Somebody had to actually pay the bill, okay? Somebody had to actually say, I really want this scroll work, hand-painted, gilded, garland decoration. It's called a garland decoration. That's called scroll work here. And then you have the hand painting of the little pink flowers throughout. Somebody has to want this pattern, right? Or you want to add to this particular pattern, right? A lot of people just want this saucer because Uncle Louie came for Easter, and guess what? He broke the saucer. And they just want one. So that happens. But if you're doing that, if you're adding to your particular collection, make sure the mark on the back is exactly like yours. This indicates that that particular plate was made at the same time in the same pattern. Thanks for bringing it.
Thank you.
China, China, China. Savoy, where's Linda?
Right here.
Hi, sweetie. Thank you for coming. How are you doing? What's that on your shirt, a little doggy?
Oh, it says pink. And it's a little dog.
That's a little doggy, he's cute. Do you have a dog?
Yes, I have 3.
You have 3 dogs? What kind of dogs? Are they big dogs or little dogs? Okay, so you have 2 Akitas and a Schnauzer that now believes because he lives with the Akitas that he's an Akita. Those Schnauzers are smart though. They're smart dogs. Dogs are fun, right? Dogs are fun. Little tiny, my sister has little tiny yippy dogs. I call them the yippy dogs. They think they're like that. They think they're an Akita. They think they're like, I'm a bulldog. I'm going to get you, you know. I'm a Doberman. No, you're not. You're a little yippy dog. You look like a mop. You know, Swiffer could actually use those guys, those little yippy dogs. But anyway, so you love your dogs, right? Tell me about this. The dogs aren't near this because this is in beautiful shape.
It was passed down.
I'm sorry.
My father,
It's lousy to lose your mother, isn't it? I know, I miss my mother.
my father passed and took it out of the china cabinet last week.
Oh, okay. Did your father just pass?
Passed January 1st.
Oh, I am sorry. It's hard to lose your parents. I don't care if you're 5 years old or 105. It is hard to lose your parents. Don't sell this plate. If you don't have to sell this plate, if the plate isn't worth a lot of money that's going to change your life, don't sell the plate that came down in the family. If you can help it, right? I tell you all about this plate. Bright white porcelain, which indicates purity of the clay, right? Now, all porcelain can have all different colors, right? Can have all different colors. But basically, this particular porcelain is very nice paste porcelain, very good condition. This particular piece probably dates to the latter part of the 19th century. So we got probably sometime between 1895 and 1915 is where we are. Late 19th, early 20th century. It is hand painted, it is hand gilded, it is reticulated. That's what, let me put the pink. You see the pink come through those holes? That's reticulated or punched out. And the reasoning for this is you're going to put something in this that then is going to have something that's liquid, that you can get the liquid out. Okay? Most people wouldn't put a liquid kind of thing in this particular piece. Now, is it a dish or is it a plate? Do you know the difference between a dish and a plate? You're going, oh, Dr. Lori, come on, dishes and plates. They're all the same dishes and plates. No, they're not. A dish is deep. A plate is flat. So think of the letters. Dish is deep, the D's. And a plate, they both have A's. Plate is flat, right? This particular piece is actually a dish. It's deep, right? It has this, which is what you're looking at here. Most people will see this. My mother would say, that's for nice. You know, put it up in the cabinet. Just make it look pretty. Don't put anything on it. Now, this particular piece is indeed made in Europe and then imported into the United States sometime about the late 19th century. So it's been sitting there all that time. The high quality of it is why you don't have chips, and the fact that your mother said, I'm putting that in the china cabinet, and her mother said, I'm putting that in the china cabinet. Your grandmother was the slave, right? So she said, hey, I got some. I'm sorry, your great-grandmother was a slave. That would make sense. So basically she said, hey, you know, I've got this particular piece, and this particular piece is going to be cared for. Now, how did you get the word that we had to take care of this?
It always was in a cabinet.
Always in a cabinet.
Look at it, couldn't touch it.
Look at it, can't touch it. They told you, right? They said, Linda, you can't touch this, right? And they were good about it, but you were behaving yourselves because you didn't want to get in trouble like we would. And let me tell you, my family, you'd be in trouble. There wasn't any, you wouldn't be thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm in trouble. I don't know if mom or dad are mad. You knew they were mad, right? So you wouldn't touch it. Value on this piece, about $90. Where's it going to go when it gets home? Back in that cabinet. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm going to move this back here so we don't have any problems with it.